It is Monday, June 22, 2026. Colombia has shifted sharply to the right. The World Cup enters its critical final week of group play. China is escalating trade tensions with the United States. Here are the day's top stories. 1. Colombia elected far-right lawyer Abelardo de la Espriella president Sunday in a razor-thin victory that marks a sharp shift away from outgoing progressive president Gustavo Petro. De la Espriella won 49.7% of the vote to left-wing lawmaker Iván Cepeda's 48.7% in a highly polarized runoff election. With 12.95 million votes, De la Espriella became the most voted presidential candidate in Colombian history. The political newcomer nicknamed the Tiger received endorsement from President Donald Trump. He campaigned on hardline security policies, including 10 mega-prisons modeled after El Salvador's approach under President Nayib Bukele. Cepeda refused to concede, calling results provisional and pledging to challenge votes from 33,000 polling stations nationwide. The slim margin reflects Colombia's deep polarization between progressive and conservative visions. Why it matters: Colombia's shift right signals rejection of progressive policies amid escalating violence and drug trafficking. The margin of fewer than 250,000 votes reflects deep national polarization with implications for regional security and U.S. influence in South America. 2. The World Cup enters its decisive final week of group play Monday, with Argentina facing Austria in Dallas and France meeting Iraq in Philadelphia. Argentina dominated Algeria 3-0 in their group opener. Lionel Messi scored a hat-trick, tying Miroslav Klose's all-time World Cup scoring record with 16 goals. Austria defeated Jordan 3-1 in their opening match in their first World Cup since 1998. The winner Monday advances to the knockout round with one group match remaining. France defeated Senegal 3-1 in Group 1 play. Iraq seeks an upset against the defending champion. Norway faces Senegal in the evening match. Multiple group decisions will be finalized by end of Tuesday's matches. Why it matters: these group matches determine knockout round seeding and eliminate or advance teams to the round of 32. Messi's record-tying performance adds historic weight to Argentina's tournament. 3. China announced economic sanctions on 10 U.S. military-related companies Monday in response to recent American restrictions on Chinese technology firms. The U.S. had barred leading Chinese tech companies from bidding on defense contracts due to security concerns. Beijing is retaliating with sanctions on U.S. military suppliers in a tit-for-tat escalation of tension. The trade tensions signal deeper geopolitical competition between Washington and Beijing over technology dominance and military supply chains. No specific companies were named in initial announcements, but the move signals Beijing's commitment to reciprocal measures. Tech companies in both nations face mounting restrictions. Why it matters: tit-for-tat sanctions escalate trade war risks amid rising U.S.-China tensions. Technology competition will shape global military and economic power for decades. 4. Iran and U.S. talks in Switzerland concluded with agreement on key oversight structures Sunday evening after tense negotiations. A high-level committee has been established to oversee mediation between Washington and Tehran on implementation. A line of communication for managing Strait of Hormuz incidents is now operational between both nations. Technical talks will continue this week in Switzerland. The 60-day negotiating window remains on track despite Trump's earlier threats of bombing. Lebanon's ceasefire violations continue to threaten the fragile deal framework, creating friction in implementation discussions. Why it matters: institutional structures for mediation suggest both sides are committed to implementation. The Strait Management Channel prevents escalation spirals. 5. UK Prime Minister KEIR Starmer has resigned from office Monday following leadership instability and mounting party challenges. Wes Streeting, Mayor of Manchester Andy Burnham, and other Labour figures have announced candidacies to replace Starmer as party leader. The Labour Party faces deep internal divisions at a critical moment for British governance. Burnham is seen as the front-runner among potential successors, bringing regional appeal. The transition occurs during World Cup fever and heightened international tensions. Why it matters: UK political turbulence during World Cup period distracts from governance. Leadership transition affects Britain's approach to ongoing geopolitical challenges, including NATO support, economic policy, and European relations. Like and subscribe for fact-based news from official government sources only. Leave a comment. Tell us what stories you want to hear.